So I finished the women's class. It's August 31st. Yeah, it's August 31st, 2025. I finished the women's class. Warm-ups went great. I can do a back roll now. Drills were harder. I don't know if it was a combination of working out with Ruth and then doing Ashley's private and then coming in today and being not 100% where my muscles were concerned, or if it was just that I legitimately, I'm not going to say I suck, but I'm not the best, at this, but it was like nothing that I did today worked. From trying to keep my knee on Ruth's belly for more than 30 seconds, or shrimping my way out of being in her full mount. And then we rolled it was a positional roll, and I'm in it, and we had just eaten like an hour before class, if that long. And I feel like I was going to throw the fuck up. Right before we started that roll, Ashley said, if you feel like you can't keep up, if you feel like you're gonna fall behind, or you can't give it 100%, basically, just sit out so that we can be considerate of our partner who's trying to get 100% in. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit bothersome, because it made me feel like, okay, I'm stunting her. I can't fucking keep up. So I might as well sit the fuck out, because not only did she tap me, I feel like I'm gonna fucking throw up. So you'd be doing her a favor, you'd be doing yourself a favor by sitting out. And I'm not gonna lie, that back and forth, that kind of fucked with me a little bit mentally. Partially because there's 50% of me that's like, girl, fuck all that shit. You sat out for a brief moment, you needed to catch your breath, swallow your vomit. Get back in there. Ruth is gonna be good regardless. Ruth is good regardless. But there's another 50% of me that was very much so discouraged. Like, you hearing her say that, it played into the thought process, like, okay, you're not good enough anyway, so just let her be paired up with somebody who is good enough to keep up with her, and to actually give her a good fight. Today was not a dub for the mental and emotional, or the physical, for real. Today was a harder day, but it was crazy because the class was started out. Weston and his wife Liz just came back from Las Vegas, I think they were at, for competition. And one of the things that he said to me before class started was that the difference between somebody who's gonna make it far in general, but especially in the sport, is a person who is willing to get out there and to keep going out there despite winning or losing. You just keep going. You just keep doing it, That was good. That was good soup. And it's part of what makes me want to continue, because now I have a point to prove, not just to the people around me. It's really not about the people around me. It's to myself, I have to get good at this. or at the very least be able to keep up, you know, for my own mental and emotional sake at this point, you know? I don't know. Hold up. I said it before, like, at this point, I have to prove that I can do hard things well to myself, you know? And this is a hard thing. So, I'm going to keep going, even though there is that part of me that's like, you know, you're not good enough. You can't keep up. I'm going to keep going until I can. And then at that point, I'll probably keep going until further notice. I don't know. Like I said, today was a harder day, mentally, emotionally, physically. Very hard. And also that sense of community that existed previously. I don't know if I always feel like an outsider. Always. But I don't know if I feel like that right now because I don't feel like I'm very good, or like because I have such trouble keeping up, you know. I'm not as strong as the other girls. I don't have weight on my side, you know. And being technical is great, but it comes down to your timing. So you can be as technical as you want to, and if you don't have the timing under your belt, you know, all the technicality is all for naught, you know. So I just feel so far behind, you know. I feel like I don't know, man. Like a really small fish, you know, in a really big pond. And that's an interesting thing to sit with. So at this point, where originally I did get involved for that sense of community, I think this is more of it's turned into something that's it's more personal, you know. It's more about, like I said, proving to myself that I can do hard things well, developing the discipline and the consistency necessary for mastering anything, you know. It's about the physical exercise as well, and just living an overall healthier life, you know. Getting more mobile, getting more active. But I think above all else, for me, it's a matter of facing the parts of myself that otherwise would not be looked at, you know. Working through and past those parts of myself that are so critical that I might quit. Yeah. So I don't know. That's all for today. I think I need a nap. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Until next time, have a great day.